Right then, hello, welcome to another of the Euro 2020 predictions videos. We done two yesterday, and there's some pretty weird scorelines, so I'm wondering if it'll be the same again today. We did the Group A matches. It was Turkey versus Italy, and then Wales versus Switzerland, and you can go watch those now, and you'll see what the scores are. I wonder if the scores will be like that every game. I'm not going to spoil them. You guys can see what the scores are, but yeah, it's a bit mad. So I'll show you what I'm going to do in a second, or I have done, I should say. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave as I think. So we've got Denmark and Finland first from Group B in the Euros, and I'm surprised Finland are actually in the game, but they are, so fair play to them. Game settings. So we've got the halves of 20 minutes, so it's the longest you can get. Legendary difficulty, competitor mode on. What does this actually do? Enable this setting to face a more challenging opponent in the simulation. What if I switch this off? Will it make a difference? We'll try that and see. I don't know. And then the stadium is called the Parkin Stadium, I believe. So if I can find that, that'd be sick. If not, then we'll have to improvise. It's not in the game, is it? It's in Copenhagen, so I need to find the Copenhagen Stadium. I'm not really sure which stadium. Hold on, let me. I'm just gonna Google it. Football stadiums in Copenhagen. Nothing I'm supposed to be googling. There's one called Telia Parken, which is the one that's actually being played in, but I don't know if it's in the game. It doesn't look like it, so we're gonna have to. We'll just go with the. Is it this one, the Vald Stadion? We'll just go with that, because I can't find the actual stadium, and I don't want to be here for ages. The game is at... they are organised, as you can see. The game is at 5 PM on the Sunday. Oh, the Saturday, sorry. And what I've done here is I've put the goalkeeper sliders on for the CPU and for the user. But both teams are CPU, so realistically both teams should have good goalkeeping. I'm wondering whether to change some of the defending stuff as well, because the defense in the Wales game was all over the joint. I'm just going to whack each of them up to 60. I don't know how much of a big change it's going to make, but I'm just going to change it around a little bit just to see if it makes a difference, because it's been... There's been a lot of goals, pretty much, is all I'm trying to say. So we'll do it on this side, and then we'll do it on this side as well, just for the safety of it. And then we'll get into the game, because I've taken forever here, and I apologise. But once again, as well, I can't pick the lineups. It's picked by whatever the game has chosen for the starting 11s. So I don't have really a lot of power on this. It's kind of what the game has just gone with. So Denmark versus Finland. Let's get into it. I think I've got everything right. And if I haven't, then it's too late. I've already clicked play match. So obviously the Euros aren't in FIFA, so I've got to just do it as a friendly game. And I've just remembered that Denmark have Kasper Schmeichel, so this could be good for the Danish, not for the Finnish, obviously. I can't get across to that. I've not got up in time. I'll do one more. Right. So we've given Kasper Schmeichel a bit of a warm up, I guess.
Hi everyone, it is an absolutely splendid day for football, and we're looking
I'm trying to get some of these done in advance because NXT TakeOver at your house is this weekend, and I have to do matches for that, so it's a busy weekend. Not to mention I've got my driving test tomorrow. By the time this is up, I'll have done it. I'll pass or failed, so it's quite a big week.
Who can be the dominant force in the first 20 minutes? They could get the upper
This won't
hand
be going
in
up
this
till
one.
Friday, and this is getting recorded on Wednesday, so... it'd be interesting to see the teams that are picked anyway, because I don't know who's going to be picked. Because I know Finland have got Pukki, but I don't really know who else. Schmeichel in goal. Back four of Mile, Christensen, Kajer and Vass. Midfield, Eriksson, Delaney and Højbjerg. And Braithwaite, Wind and Poulsen up front. I'm going to start trying to do this for every game now, reading the lineups as we go in, because I haven't done it for the first 2 games, but I'm actually intrigued in what players are being used. So I'm going to start reading them out. Obviously you can see them, but I'm going to read them anyway, if I can pronounce the names, which is going to be fun, try to read Finland's out, because I probably won't know half the pronunciation of the names. But we'll give it a go. What have we got here? We've got Hradecki. Okay, that's easy enough.
There has been some discussion about the style of play.
We've got Hammerlainen, O'Shaughnessy, Vaisanen, Arujuri and Allo.
Yeah, they do tend to collapse
Schiller,
when they don't have the
Sparv
ball.
and
They sit off the
Kamara.
opposition, almost
And then we've got
inviting pressure
Pukki
onto them
and
before trying to open
Palo.
up when they do have the ball.
O'Shaughnessy doesn't sound very Finnish in my opinion, but that's just me. We're kicking off with Denmark. So I don't know what score to expect here because of some of the games have had mad scorelines. But to be honest, it's not going to be like real life. They're not going to win ridiculous amounts. It's just simulating the game, see what would happen if the FIFA had the power, which it does, and it's abusing it really with goals. I'm reading up on this O'Shaughnessy guy, Daniel Michael O'Shaughnessy. He was actually born in Finland, so I'm wondering if he's... Oh yeah, he was born to an Irish family who moved to Finland. That makes a lot more sense. Speaking of Finland, Kamara now. It's blocked by Christensen and away by Mala. Braithwaite now on the left. Mele. Oh sorry, Mele, not Mala. Into Eriksson. Who Eriksson's had a revelation at Inter Milan this season. He's been good this season after having a bit of trouble at Spurs. So it'd be good to see him star in the World or in the Euros, not the World Cup, in real life. It's going to be fun to do the World Cup next year, predictions wise. Delaney's pressed for the ball and he's got the ball. Eriksson now. 2 Scandinavian nations, I might add, in Group B here to kick off Group B. I don't even remember the other teams of Group B. The only group I know is the one that England are in. And I remember the group of death, which is Portugal, Germany, France and Hungary. Those are the only 2 groups I actually remember the full layout of. I've got a match schedule that I can look at on Google so I can see what matches are coming up. Poulsen now on the right for Denmark. It's Vass.
And space here on the flank.
I don't know where he's going with this. Hammerlainen's reading him quite well. Into Yannick, is it Yannick Poulsen or Yusuf Poulsen? I can't remember. I think it's Yusuf actually.
And played in.
It's got back post to Mela, sorry. And it's Kamara with the tackle. It was a brilliant ball by Vass, but it was a good read as well by the Finnish defence. Timo Pukki now onto Poyan Palo.
Well, he's a wonderful talent, Christian
Schuller now.
highly influential on the pitch.
Poyan Palo again. Eriksson's a player to watch according to the game, which probably isn't surprising. Allo, is he going to get there? Not quite.
Create goals himself, but invariably the supply line comes
so
from
the other
midfield.
teams in Group
here
B
he is, the creator,
are
superb vision,
Belgium and Russia. Okay, that could be an interesting one. By interesting, I mean Belgium will probably thrash Russia, but we'll see. Schmeichel now with a goal kick for Denmark. Short to Mela. I have to remember that's an A, like an A, B, C, D, like A in the alphabet. And not an A. So Mela, not Mala. Højbjerg onto Wind.
Here is Vass.
Vass now. Is it Vind or Wind?
Can they create something from here?
I don't know. Poulsen onto Wind. It's blocked by O'Shaughnessy, the Irish Finnish defender. Obviously family from Ireland, but he was born in Finland. You can understand why I was confused. Vass to Eriksson. Back to Vass. Højbjerg. It's a very good season for Spurs with Højbjerg. Denmark just passing it around the edge of the area here. And it's actually better to have competitive mode off. You don't see all these stupid skills all the time. People are actually trying to attack and do stuff. So that's the thing I'm going to keep off as well. It's cleared away. And Pukki won't beat Christensen there. Kajer with the ball onto Eriksson.
Jonas Wind.
Wind now. Braithwaite, I believe, making a run for it. Could have been correct there. It might not be. Oh no, Braithwaite's on the left.
Højbjerg.
Wind now back to Højbjerg.
Eriksson.
Into Eriksson.
Well, the keeper should grab hold
It's
of it.
through. Not quite. Slow enough with the ball though. Hradecki gets it clear before Wind can get
He's
there.
very adept at protecting the ball.
This has been the most realistic game of football out of the three that I've done so far. This is the third, obviously, because there've been attacks, there've been defences, and there's not been a lot of goals, so a bit more realistic. If you go back and watch Turkey versus Italy, or if you go back and watch Wales versus Switzerland, it's a bit of a different story. Sparred
Pukki.
towards Pukki.
Well, that's what Christensen
Good away
is
by
all about.
Christensen
Good read.
and Mela now. Christensen
Kea.
getting the ball back here.
Martin
Along to Braithwaite.
Delaney.
Delaney now. Eriksson.
Eriksson lost possession.
Intercepted by Kamara. And now Sparv. Is he going to keep the
Rasmus
ball under
Schüller.
pressure? He is. Schuller now. For Finland.
Giving the ball away.
Højbjerg winning it back, and now Vass for Denmark. Into Eriksson. Over the top to Poulsen.
Poulsen.
It's going to fall back to Poulsen here.
Eriksson
Eriksson on to Wind.
did well to win the ball back.
Now Schuller for Pojampalo. I forget if I cover my mouth. It makes, like, it does this. I know it's annoying.
Tim Sparv.
I'm resting my hands on my mouth, and it obviously blocks what I'm saying.
An alert intervention.
Delaney onto Eriksson now. Out to Braithwaite. This could be another chance for Denmark.
Jonas Wind.
I don't think we've actually had a shot on
say
goal
this
yet. I
looks
think it's just
promising.
been all creation and all
Good
defence.
use of the ball, but can they trouble the defence?
Could be proved wrong here. Wind. Eriksson.
Might go
Blocked by
ahead.
Arajuri, but it's going to
Well,
fall
he
to
didn't have it
Poulsen.
quite on the target, Lee.
Off balance and off target, unfortunately, by the Dane.
Power or placement. He should have put his laces through it.
That should have probably been a goal, but off balance there from Yusuf Poulsen means it doesn't go in. A goal kick for Hradecki. Arajuri. Back to Hradecki. Over top to Arajuri again.
Tim Sparv.
Spar for Finland now.
Oh, nice ball over the top. Space
Hamalainen
for them here on the
coming
flank.
along. Are we going to see something for Finland here? He's got options, but he's opting to run out of trouble, which is fair.
Tim
Into
Sparv.
Sparv.
Pojanpalu.
Pojampalo.
Can
First
he
hit
take
shot is blocked by
advantage?
Kajer.
And a
Pukki
goal!
though
That
has
is
made
a
it
very
1-0
bright
Finland.
start. Perfect way to
Teemu
open.
Pukki. Kasper Schmeichel rooted to the spot.
Well, as we can see, it's all about the
And
technique.
the Norwich
That's where the
striker.
power comes from. Blistering
It
shot.
falls from... It was Pojampalo who took the
Let's
initial
have another
shot.
view
Kajer
of
blocked
that
it, but it
goal.
fell to Teemu Pukki. And that's a brilliant finish. And Schmeichel didn't even move. Now the goalkeeper ability is 100. So I don't know what's happened there.
The opening goal of the
Pukki
game
gets his
then.
first goal of the Euros for Finland. I'm wondering if Denmark expected that to happen.
Eriksson.
Poulsen to Eriksson.
Poulsen.
Back out wide to Poulsen. Off to Vass.
Christian Eriksson now.
And now Denmark have got to chase the game here.
In possession, Yusuf Poulsen.
Exactly what they're going to try and do, but it's cleared away. Only as far as Vass.
And what can they do to stop him running at them? Will he play
He's in
it
the corner
in?
here, but Poulsen's the option out, and he's going to go all the way back to Kajer.
An inability
And it's
to
gonna
keep hold of the
fall.
ball there.
To Finland here to counter-attack.
Room to manoeuvre on the wing. Rasmus Schüller.
Schuller
Himalayan.
now for Finland. Hamalainen, it's in towards Kamara. It's Christensen who gets it away to Kajer. And now Schmeichel plays it away.
Højbjerg.
Finland not doing too badly, to be fair,
Delaney.
but Denmark need to try to get back at this one as soon as possible, realistically.
And they
Wind
continue to
through
advance.
to Eriksson.
And a lot of options here.
Delaney. I don't know who he was looking for with that pass, but it wasn't great.
Bodies
Sparv
forward
now
and the
onto
break
Pojan
looks on.
Palo. Schuler. Hammerlinen now for Finland. Coming down the
Rasmus
left. It's
Schuler.
passed back to Schuler again. Sparv now receives it. Blocked by Højberg, but it's going to get a second chance to go through to Schuler here. And then Pukki could have a chance of goal here. Pojan Palo turns. It's blocked by Christensen. And Denmark are really going to need to shorten their defence here if they want to get on the attack and try and get a goal back into this match. I think the defensive sliders I put on a little bit have actually done a little bit to help.
Eriksson
Onto Wind.
in position.
Through to Eriksson.
And still danger
It's
here.
saved
Well,
by
that's really
Hrdecki.
sound
Double
goalkeeping,
save
not
from
letting the opposition
Hrdecki.
have any scraps. Well, they
Finland
might well
still
be
in
scope
lead.
for them to
Eriksson,
counter-attack
it looked
here.
easier to score than miss, and he's
Well,
had
it
it
looked
saved,
highly
and then it
promising,
fell
but
to
it came to
Wind,
nothing in the
who
end.
also got his shot saved. It was straight at Hrdecki though, so I'm not surprised about the rebound missing. But Eriksson had more time to place that. Wind now
Delaney.
for Denmark. Delaney back into Wind,
Eriksson.
through to Eriksson, and it's saved
Really
again
good
by
reflexes
Hrdecki.
and danger averted.
Denmark firing shots at Finland's goal. But Hrdecki having a bit of good form there to save it and keep it 1-0 Finland. Corner though for the Danes. Braithwaite coming as a close option. Will he be used?
And short it is.
Yes, he will. It's Braithwaite for Denmark.
Well, just the tackle that was
Tackled
needed.
by Arajuri, and it could be a Finland counter-attack now if Denmark aren't careful here.
Intense pressure. Well, they couldn't keep
Wind with
possession.
the press there to get the ball back. Eriksson to Delaney. Højbjerg
Delaney.
onto Delaney. Out
Well,
to
he's given it
Vass.
away. Tremendous
Hammerlinen
challenge.
gets the ball. But has he kept it? Okay, that was a bit weird. He's kept it though to Schuler now.
Pukki.
Teemu Pukki. Back to Schuler.
Pojan Palo.
Pojan Palo now for Finland, who
Kamara.
have the lead here, who I didn't expect him
Oh,
to
that's a
take the
fine
lead.
pass.
I suppose they do have Teemu Pukki, so it might not be the biggest surprise. He's been on form this season for Norwich once again
Good
as they've got back to the
physical
Premier
play.
League. Whether he'll stay there is a different matter, but he's
Making
been on
use of
form
his
for them.
physical strength to hang on
Mara
to
in
it.
trouble, back to Alo.
And teammates to play it to.
Kamara again, they're just trying to find a way through
Tim
this
Sparv.
Danish defence. You have to remember as well, I believe
Can they
Finland are playing
convert?
5 at the back.
And they've only got
Is that
an
another one or is it
applied
offside?
that
It's
finishing
Schuler who
touch.
scored, but it's
Well, the goal
offside.
will not stand.
And it could have been
is
2 to
offside.
Finland.
Yeah, good
That had
football
to be
there, but
close.
just straight offside.
Schuler thought he'd scored for his country. The camera angle's got a bit weird here. It's marginal, but the linesman is correct there. And it's still 1-0. Denmark get a let off. I'm wondering if I turn the user
There to win it back.
sliders off, maybe. Would that help? Because they're both CPU teams. I don't know. I'll try at half time.
Teemu Pukki.
Pukki to Alo. Through to
Couldn't
Poyan
keep
Palo. Højberg gets the tackle in, and Kajer and Christensen should be able to get it away here for Denmark. Mela has got Braithwaite, but he opts not to use him. Christensen
Christian Eriksson
into
now.
Eriksson. Højbjerg
Daniel
out to Vass. Olsen now an option.
Delaney.
Wind to
Good
Delaney.
defending.
Denmark have definitely had some good chances, but
Well, let's see what they have in
Finland
store
have
for
put
them on
theirs
the break.
away, and that's why they currently hold the lead in this
Ball
match.
played nicely.
Alo.
He's
Finland
enjoying
now.
space.
Being marked closely by Braithwaite.
Tim
Into
Sparv.
Sparv.
Well, disappointing end to the move.
Tackled by Delaney, and this could be Denmark's chance to break once again. Eriksson making a run. Will Wind use him? He
Eriksson
will. Back to Vass.
in possession. Yusuf
Yusuf
Poulsen.
Poulsen. Into
Looks promising
Eriksson.
this.
Wind.
And here's Delaney.
Delaney.
Perfectly
Braithwaite's
positioned to
not
take
noticed
it
the
away.
ball's coming at him, and it's going to be finished possession here. Although Højbjerg,
Højbjerg.
brilliant interception, could fall. Denmark here,
Eriksson.
can he play one of them through? Eriksson.
Excellent block.
It's blocked.
And the danger
And it's
clear.
away. Pukki to win the header,
Losing possession.
but Denmark to regain possession. Delaney
Eriksson.
into Eriksson.
And here's Delaney.
Delaney again.
And will it be
Very
the leveller?
involved so far.
It's still alive.
Delaney. It's going to fall to
Oh,
Wind.
he cuts away.
And it's going to be 1-1 here in the Euros. Like I said, Delaney's been very involved. His shot saved by Hradecki, but there's nothing he can do to stop Wind from scoring the rebound.
As a defender, all the defenders in the box,
And they were knocking on the door, realistically. Denmark were knocking on the door. And now they've been let in. Wind with the goal. 1-1 here in Copenhagen. We'll just pretend it's in Copenhagen, even though I couldn't find the stadium. I don't even know where a stadium actually is. That's the thing. We'll just pretend. Jonas Vind. Or Jonas Wind. I don't know if it's Vind or Wind. Whatever. I know his first name now anyway. I didn't know that before. 1-1 now here between the two Scandinavian nations.
And that's an important intervention.
Braithwaite to Delaney. Eriksson. And now Denmark. You've got to believe they'll be pushing for a second here. They've got more quality in the squad. So it wouldn't be a surprise. Højbjerg. Spar for them. Like getting away. And the Vass. To Poulsen. Back to Vass and then Poulsen again. They try to find another route through here to get a quick leader. Delaney, Eriksson, Hradecki pulls out another incredible save. Eriksson, that was travelling. But Hradecki able to make the stop. Corner once again for the Danes as we approach the half-hour mark.
And played short.
Actually past the half-hour mark, I apologise. Braithwaite's going to have a free run in here. Tackled and brought away. I'm not sure if giving the ball to Braithwaite off a corner is the strat. Pukki got it over Mala. Or Mela, sorry. And now Pukki's got all the room in the world, but he's got no options. Back to Kamara. Allo now for Finland.
Over the touchline
Dribbled off the
for a
pitch.
throw-in.
That's probably not what you want to do in the Euros. Mela to Delaney. And it's been a very closely contested game. You've got to say Denmark have had the better chances, but Finland could have been in the lead. It was just offside against Schuler, and they were denied a second goal because of that. But Denmark have had the chances. Hradecki's had a brilliant game and goal so far, to be fair to him, but you can't stop the rebound there from Wind to get the equaliser after the first shot was saved by Delaney, or from Delaney by Hradecki. Braithwaite now marauding down the left. Back to Mela. Christensen. Eriksson. Højbjerg. Wind now. We'll see another one. Now it's going to fall back to Wind here. Poulsen. Vass now. In a bit of space. What's he going to do here? What's the plan here for Vass? Back to Poulsen. I noticed how the AI doesn't really like crossing.
Well, that ball looks promising.
Højbjerg to Delaney. Braithwaite. Oh, it's not far off from Martin Braithwaite.
I don't know, Derek. Just a real lack of composure.
I thought that was travelling bottom right, and it's barely gone past that post. And you could argue it should be 2-1 Denmark. He should be finishing that. He hasn't done, unfortunately.
It seems like it's just going to be a matter of time before they
7 shots on target for Denmark, only 2 shots on target for Finland. Finland have been pushed back here, but Hradecki has kept him in it. And fair play to Hradecki. Both teams actually have good goalkeepers. Schmeichel for Denmark, Hradecki for Finland. Speaking of Finland here, we could see another chance from them. Teemu Pukki over the top ball. Oh, it's not far off from Schuler. I think Schmeichel might have done enough just to put him off, come out there and meet it. Made himself big, but it wasn't. If that was going on target, it was going in. Schmeichel may have made a mistake there had that been on target, but luckily it was off for the Danes. Goal kick for Denmark. Schmeichel tried to find Wind with the goal kick here. It's knocked back to Delaney.
Eriksson.
Will we see another goal before half-time, do you reckon? And who will it be from? The stats say that it should be coming from Denmark, but the accuracy may say it's from Finland because they've scored in less shots. Eriksson to Højbjerg, back to Eriksson, Delaney, Wind, Poulsen.
Eriksson.
Got so many good attacking players in Denmark. I wouldn't be surprised to see a second before half-time. And this is what I mean. Braithwaite He's going to get the rebound. What a header, to be fair.
And the keeper feels hung out to dry.
There's not much Hradecky can do there. He's saved the first attempt, and you expect someone to be on the line to stop the second attempt. And granted, there was someone on the line, but they just couldn't reach.
Well, as we see, there'll be an inquest
Braithwaite
between keeper and
has
defenders.
put Denmark in the
He'll be
lead here.
saying,
He's
"Where
got all
were
the
you?"
space in the
They'll
world.
be
I don't
saying,
know
"Why
nobody's
didn't you
marking
catch
him.
it?"
He wins the header here, and it's just unfortunate
Well,
for
the goal
Hradecky
again,
and unfortunate for
albeit
Finland
from
that
a
they can't
different
get man on the
angle.
line to reach that. Vasanen trying to compete with Braithwaite there. I'm not sure who it was on the line. I think it might have been Allo. Either way, it's gone in. Martin Braithwaite gets his first of the Euros and the second here for Denmark to put them in a 2-1 lead after being 1-0 down.
2-1 it is here.
Now Finland are the ones that need to be catching up here. Arajuri now for
Kamara.
Finland into Kamara.
Strong play
Now I know
here.
I said we'd see another goal before half time and it was probably going to be Denmark. I
Not
didn't
a
think
good
it'd be
pass.
that quick following what I said. Kamara though, the possession now for Finland. Timo Pukki.
And a chance to whip it in here.
Kamara, now Allo getting involved. Will we see something
And they
else from
want that
Finland before the
equaliser,
break?
but the passing remains smooth.
Allo now.
Committed challenge.
Try to turn, but Braithwaite gets in the way. And Mela should be able to get it away. It's gone to Delaney
Mele.
instead, actually, but now Mela. Mela and Braithwaite seem to have swapped places.
Martin
Although
Braithwaite.
Braithwaite now has received the ball. It's gone through to Delaney. That's a good run. Will we see
They need to
another
get
goal from
tighter.
Denmark? It could be a
Mele.
bit of a takeover here from Denmark. If they just keep
Opportunity to
shooting, they're going to
deliver the
keep
cross.
scoring realistically, aren't they? Odds say. Delaney still got the ball back to Mela.
Delaney.
Delaney again.
Gives
Into
it a
Braithwaite. Blocked. Wind.
Surely.
Not really got a shot at Poulsen.
Moment of pure class.
That's unlucky
Had to
for
catch it
Finland.
perfectly, and did
You
it
got
just.
to admit that's unlucky for Finland. Denmark have mishit their two shots there. It's fallen to Yusuf Poulsen, and he's been able to finish it off, and
Well,
it's
as we see
3-1
again
Denmark.
Here, this really is patient,
And it
accurate,
could
incisive
get
passing
even
at
worse.
its best. And bang, he doesn't need a second invitation.
This is on
Beautiful
100 goalkeeper
strike to
ability,
finish.
might I remind you. I thought he'd dive a bit more, maybe Hradecky for that one, but no. It's two mishit shots, first from Wind, then from Eriksson. It's fallen to Poulsen to finish off. There's a back five for Finland, but they seem to be all over the place right now. And Yusuf Poulsen has taken advantage of that
So there it
to
is,
make it 3-1 before
3-1
half
the
time.
current scoreline here.
Will we see any more goals for half time? I thought it was just going to be like a nice little 1-1 at half time. With Hradecky just continuing his performance. But
Kamara.
within about 5 or 6 in-game minutes, I think it is. It's two games, or two goals, I should say, for Denmark. And it might not even be done yet. It might still be another goal before half time. Eriksson to Højbjerg.
Ball.
Denmark are cooking with gas now. Wind.
Højbjerg.
Back to Højbjerg.
And here's Delaney.
Mitten plays that position
And
of
a tiny
Finland, but
challenge.
Araduri gets it away. Now Kamara
Making it pace.
to Sparv. Went to Schuler, on to
Giving
Hammerleinen.
the ball to the opposition
Blocked
that
by
time.
Vass.
Delaney.
And now Denmark with it again. Will we see a fourth before half time? I'm going to be honest.
Fine use of the
If
ball.
I had the chances this game, I wouldn't put it past them to get a fourth.
Eriksson. Well, he didn't catch it the way he intended on the
Not
volley.
too brilliant there from Wind.
Keep your eye on the ball, and he just wavered a little bit. Not one he'd be looking
Knocked
back on very
on, but
fondly.
oh, that would have been a nice finish if it had gone in, but it's just over the top by Jonas Wind. Goal kick for Hradecky. Poyan Paolo the target
Tim
now.
Sparv.
Sparv. Finland are going to need something in the second half.
Really showing off his wide range of passing skills.
Sparv.
Fruitful
Schuler.
looking attack.
Pukki to Schuler again.
And now they have the ball back.
Delaney. Ericsson, will we see if I genuinely
Smith.
think we might see a fourth depending on the amount of injury time we get
And 3
at
minutes
the end of this first half. We've got
stoppage
3
time, that's
minutes
what the officials have
of
said.
added time.
Daniel Vass.
Vass now for Denmark. Where is he going? Who knows?
Jonas Vint.
Into wind, Delaney. One thing I'm surprised yet, we haven't seen a goal from Ericsson.
Not the pass he had in mind.
Hammerleinen gets it away, only as far as Sparv, and it's gone by Finland for now. Vass wins it back though, it's gone past Schuler.
Delaney. Setting off perhaps a little bit too much here.
Mela now for Denmark
promising,
into
this.
Johannes Vind, onto
Well, strong
Ericsson. I
play here.
might be able to eat my words in a second if he gets a
Can
shot off
he
here.
take the chance?
He doesn't, he gets it to
Here
Wind.
goes. A 3-goal cushion. This is astonishing stuff.
I mean, this is not what I expect. Well, actually, the way these simulations have been going, it's probably what I expected.
Well, here we can take another look at it. You've got to ask
But
questions about
I
the
didn't
keeper's
expect that ball to make it
positioning.
through, if I'm
That's
being
half
honest.
of
I
his
thought it
job.
was going to be
Look, best
either
keeper in the
Hradeki's
world.
or defenders.
Wrong side of the goal, he won't save anything.
How was that? Okay, what's the animation of this goalkeeper here? What has Hradeki's animation been? He's gone for it with his feet rather than with his hands. And Jonas Wind gets his second goal of the game and Denmark's fourth. I think I'm just
Well,
going to have
this
to
is
accept
threatening
that
to get
every
out of
game
hand.
is going to be a
Just look at the
ridiculous
scoreline.
scoreline. Mainly because of the half lengths.
Tim Sparv.
I think I'm just going to have to, you know, just take that.
Can they create something from here?
Finland might have one more chance here before the break. Oh, they've played it too far back, surely. Yep.
And the whistle
There's
is
the half-time
sounded
whistle,
for
and it's
half-time
4-1
in this
Denmark.
game.
I mean, I expected Denmark to win, but the fact that
We
these
can use so
scorelines
many
are mad
adjectives
every
to sum
time.
up Christian Eriksen's performance.
Eriksen pulling the strings,
Influential would
apparently.
be
He's
one
not
of them,
scored, but
Well,
he's
the
made
timing of his
54
passes today
passes.
has
Well,
been an
he's
absolute
completed
joy to
51, but
watch.
tried to make
Strikers
54
don't even
passes.
hesitate. As soon as he gets the ball
Denmark
on
have
his
been
feet,
brilliant,
they're off.
to be
They
fair.
make the run and
And
the ball
Hradecky,
arrives. He's got the
for the first
assist.
28 minutes, had Denmark red.
Bojan Palu.
And then within the last 17 minutes of that first half, Denmark have completely taken over. I mean, they deserve to be in the lead. Look at these stats. 15 shots, 12 on target for Denmark. 4 shots, 2 on target for Finland. 61% possession for the Danes. And 39% possession for the Finnish. And it's quite mad, really. And Wind's only 72 rated. Okay. So, what else? I might as well look at Nacho's, no point. I mean, there you go. I'll just do that quickly. Jonathan with a 10. Braithwaite with 8.5. I don't want to waste any more time. We'll go into the second half. In fact, actually, I don't know if this will change anything. But we'll turn the goalkeeper error off for the user because there is no user. I don't know if this will make a difference, but we'll give it a try. We'll go into the second half and see what we've got lined up.
The two teams have switched
Wind
around
coming off at
and are
half time.
ready now
Interesting
for the second
substitution
half.
there. They brought on Kasper Dahlberg of Denmark. Finland are going to need a monumental second
Credit
half
to
here
them
and
for
not
winning
Pukki
back
giving the
possession.
ball away easily.
The
Christensen
hosts have really
to
controlled
Eriksson.
possession, and all of their
Dahlberg.
team are enjoying this performance. That's why they're
Denmark
winning. That's
are
why they're one of
controlling the
best
game
teams.
here. It's Braithwaite in an absolute monumental amount of space.
Mele.
Mela to Braithwaite. Delaney
Crossing
Mele
possibilities.
can't keep
And
it
a
in.
goal kick given. Well, he hasn't quite had the impact and attack that we
Bojan
were
Paolo's had a
expecting.
slow day
Well,
off.
if you
He's had a
don't
shot on
get
target
back
and a
into
shot off
this game,
target.
his lack of real
Unable to find the back
potency
of the
will
net
be
yet,
the key
though.
factor. Defenders have marked him too easily.
Hradecky
Been
with the goal
comfortable
kick.
with his game today. It's not been enough of a threat for me.
Towards Pukki.
Keeping
Delaney
possession of the ball
isn't going to
with
get the ball off
authority.
Pukki. Well, he did. Okay, it's a bit of a
Kamara.
battle there, but Finland have won out. Pukki
Schuler on the ball.
to Schuler.
Dangerous looking attack.
Hammerleinen back to Schuler.
Tim Sparv.
Will Finland be able to make another chance here, do you think? I mean, it could be an option.
And a
Sparv.
strong tackle.
Tackled by Eriksson now. Joyberg can get it away.
And breaking at pace
Denmark may be in
with
trouble.
menace.
Or sorry, Finland may be in trouble here at the hands of Denmark. Braithwaite was making a really good run there, but he couldn't keep himself
Eriksson.
onside, I don't think. Eriksson
Delaney.
out to Delaney.
It might be on for them. Pass after pass, keeping their opponents moving.
This has been a mad
Delaney.
game so far.
Works
Again,
out to
with the
blunt
scoreline.
edge of the opposing attack.
Arizuri getting the ball back. And maybe pass it off before you get to our
Tim
start
Sparv.
position. It's gone to Sparv.
Moving it forward. Kamara.
Kamara now for Finland.
Danger here as he runs at them.
Oh,
That is when your
Gianpaolo, it's
goalkeeper
saved by
is worth his
Schmeichel. It could have been
weight in
2
goal.
for
Well,
Finland,
he's earned his wages, hasn't
but
he?
it
He was
isn't.
in
It's a
position,
Kasper
he had his
Schmeichel
focus.
save
What a
at his
save.
near post. Had to dive, and he dove quite exceptionally, to be honest. Corner now for Finland. Hammerleinen
Over it comes.
on it. It's gonna
Any
go straight for
goalkeeper
goal.
will
Okay.
accept corner kick
If
deliveries
you wanted
like
to
that
try and do
every
something
day.
from a corner, you don't aim it straight at the goalkeeper, I think, is probably the advice I would give. Braithwaite heads it on, but it's going to...
And that's an
Oh,
important
it's going to be Denmark's
intervention.
possession here, actually. Delaney for Eriksson. Højbjerg to Eriksson. Delaney
Højbjerg.
into Højbjerg. Eriksson again.
That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him.
Sparv to Kamara.
Tim
Now,
Sparv.
Finland, I told you they need a
Rasmus
way into
Schüler.
this game, and they're going to try and find it.
Kamara.
It's weird to think that in the first half they could have been 2-1 up,
Teemu Pukki.
and they only weren't because it was marginally offside
And
against
the cross
Schüler.
is very much on.
And now they're 4-1 down. Just because of an exceptional first half. Well, the last 17 minutes of the first half, Denmark scored 4.
Moving forward effectively.
Double from Wind, who's now off the pitch. Braithwaite and Polsa as well
Mene.
contributing.
Plenty of options. Good physical play. Is
We might
this
even
the
know if that'll be it.
moment?
Dahlberg.
And the keeper
It's
making
stopped
sure
brilliantly
that
by
was pushed
Hradecki.
well
That could have
away
been
from danger.
5. Brilliant 1-2 there between Eriksson and Dahlberg. Wasn't sure if Dahlberg had timed his run, but he had.
Højbjerg.
It would have been
Doing
5,
well
and
to
it still
keep
could be
possession.
5 here.
He
Højbjerg
made it look simple,
tackle
really.
now. It's brought away by Pukki of all players. The striker doing good defensive work.
And making use of his physical strength to hang on to it.
Kamara, Alo. And to be honest, right now, I could see
Kamara.
this being a believable scoreline for the game in real life. But I know that this
Tim
isn't the
Sparv.
scoreline that this game's going to end with. Sparv
Really be able to trouble them here.
out to Alo.
Sparv on the ball.
Sparv again into Schüler.
Gianpaolo with it.
Bojan
The
Paulo
right place to cut out the pass.
blocked and away by Denmark. What I've realised is there's not going to be a 0-0 in these
Well, strong
simulations.
play here.
That's probably guaranteed. It's over the top to... Well,
It has
Braithwaite
gone
is
over the touchline
decent,
for
but he's
what'll be
not
a throw-in.
incredible.
There has been plenty
Jensen now
limbering up
coming on
from
for Christian
substitutes.
Eriksson.
And now
Interesting
both
there.
sides
Sparv coming
will
off
make
for Jensen
personnel
as well. 2
switches.
Jensens coming on. But interesting that they brought Christian Eriksson off. Maybe they know
Fredrik
they're in the
Jensen.
lead and they might go a
There's
bit
plenty of
defensive. I don't know
know-how in the ball
if this
shielding
Jensen plays
department.
defensive.
Well, he's lost it.
Jensen now for Denmark. There's a Jensen on both teams now, so I can't get confused.
Martin Braithwaite.
Braithwaite to
Delaney.
Jensen. To Delaney. Into Jensen. That's actually snuck in. Oh, Jesus Christ. 5-1 Denmark. It really doesn't matter.
Well,
Like, it
here's the
doesn't matter
replay.
what I
As we
do,
can
it's
see,
just
the
gonna be
defence can't cope with the
the,
through ball, and because
it's
he's
gonna
on
be
his
ridiculous
own, he collects
scorelines,
himself,
everything,
and
every time
he
even.
finishes it perfectly past the keeper.
It's 5-1 Denmark. Matthias Jensen's come on and did what Eriksson couldn't do, had scored a goal.
A glut of goals.
I told you it
5-1
wouldn't end
is.
4-1. Now this is going to get a bit ridiculous, I think. And the fact that the goalkeeper abilities are both at
takes it away.
100, I can't really control what happens here from now on, unless there's something I can do with
Delaney.
defence. But I don't really want to change anymore. I just want to leave it to go now,
pass
because if
overhead.
it's just going to be like this regardless, I might as well. Hradecki gathers up, out to Alo.
Arayuri.
Getting quite hungry. Jensen.
Plenty of
That's Alo.
forward momentum here, but can they produce?
Finland
It's opening
probably
up for them.
after the first half, or after the first
On
maybe
and
25
on he
minutes, they
goes.
thought, oh, this could be our game. It's our game to
Oh,
lose.
good use of the ball.
But ever since the Schuler offside goal, it's not been their game.
That's how to rob them of possession.
And Denmark defend again. Okay, out to Braithwaite, back to Mela, into
Counter-attacking,
Dolberg.
very much an option.
I need to be watching these runs a bit better. They're just giving them too much space. For a back five as well, you expect them to be more tight to their men.
In favour of the shot here. Oh, tremendous block.
Blocked by Vasanen and
Making
away.
sure nothing came of it.
The bicycle kick. Poyan Paolo's not going to win ahead of over Christensen. Delaney
Physically strong
to
and
Jensen.
secure on the ball.
Into Dolberg. Jensen.
What a high quality stop it was.
Well,
I
look
just
at the speed he
give up
sets
thinking
himself,
that'd go in
Derek.
for
He gets
6-1.
ready
Honestly,
and makes a really
these
good
score
save.
lines are ridiculous. But Herdecki, that's near post. Don't know how much he knew about saving that, but he saved it anyway. Poulsen now with the corner for
And
Denmark.
over comes the corner. But the keeper takes command.
Punched
of the
away,
situation.
only as far as
And that
Vass.
is going to be a free kick.
But it's going to be a free kick. An hour into this match now. Denmark have got a commanding lead, as it seems. And the thing is, Hrdecki's had a good game as well. He's made some brilliant saves. That's what's mad about it. He's still scored 5, and Hrdecki's not had the worst game in the world.
And 30 minutes left for play in this match.
Denmark get it back easily again.
Difficult to stop him.
Kasper Dolberg.
Crossing opportunity.
Mela.
That's the kind of shielding play you expect.
I knew Denmark were
from
going to win, but I didn't think they were going to be this dominant.
Delaney.
Delaney now to Højbjerg.
On the ball, Jensen.
I think with 5 defenders, to be a bit more defensive, but no.
It
Mela.
might be.
Delaney.
Textbook interception.
Through, it's blocked
Now can they
by Allo
counter
and away
clinically?
by Finland. Now the Jensen
they
for
keep it
Finland
going?
hasn't quite made an impact like the Jensen for Denmark has
Jensen.
thus far. But that could
Theo
change.
Pukki.
Schuler to Pukki. Back to Jensen again.
Under pressure. Doesn't seem to be bothering him.
Kamara.
Oh, great vision.
I think Allo might be offside.
On borderline offside, but
He is.
correct.
Free kick anyway to Denmark. Mela out to Delaney.
Did well
It's
to win the
blocked,
ball
but it's
back.
going to still stay in the possession of the Danes. Delaney to Jensen. Dolberg
Jensen.
to Jensen. You could pick out Dolberg here because nobody's marking him. He's
Now, will they
opted
be
not
able
to.
to play it in behind the defence?
Mela.
And a decent delivery.
Ball
Danger
in.
is still there.
O'Shaughnessy wins the initial header, but Poulsen gets
And
back in the
caught by
mixer.
keeper.
And it's caught by Hrdecki after Dolberg's shot.
Well, there's just no cohesion, Derek, in this defence, and they're taking full advantage. They're creating so much.
I
from
say,
midfield,
Denmark are,
and the
okay,
forwards
wait
are
a
having
minute.
half-decent day
Denmark
as
have
well.
had 17 shots on target. Pukki to Poyan Paolo. You might see. It's not gonna be any more in the consolation now if Finland score again. That's even if Finland score again. Allo in the middle, it's away by Christensen. It's gonna fall back to Allo here, but Mela gets it gone. And I just don't see Finland get back into this one, to be honest with you.
Delaney.
Delaney,
Dolberg has it.
Dolberg,
Jensen. Delaney.
sorry, I was yawning. Braithwaite to Mela to Delaney.
Space to cross it.
Back to Braithwaite again.
Pure ball
Mela.
control. Over the touchline.
Kamara gets the block in. It's going to be a substitution here, whether it be Denmark or Finland, I'm not sure. It's going to be Højbjerg coming off for Norgard. No. Substitution Denmark. I believe they use all 3 of their subs now.
Mele. Delaney.
Playing it around. They might as well. They've got the time to, and they've got a commanding lead. And they've had plenty of opportunities. It could have been a lot more than 5 if it wasn't for Hradecki and that finished net.
Delaney.
And the thing is, it probably still will be more than 5.
A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
I knew as soon as Dahlberg had that space, that was going in. So it's just going to be mad scorelines every time. I can't really control that.
Well, here's the replay. It's a really good passing move in the build-up, and he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper.
If there's any
when
way
he's
I
hit that
can
hard.
like change the sliders to get maybe lower scorelines or more realistic scorelines, then tell me how. And if not, then it doesn't really matter. These aren't going to be the real scores. It's kind of more determining which team's going to win rather than how many they're going to score. But Dahlberg adds a 6th, and we're only in the 68th minute, so there's probably going to be more. Denmark are running riot now. And it's just simply because the Finnish defence, even though there's 5 of them, they're just not picking up the man that they're meant to be marking. That's all there is to it, really. Dahlberg. They're on a fucking attack here again, Jesus Christ.
So it's going to be a goal.
Ball is awful though from Braithwaite. Delaney's not going to reach it. And it's going to be a goal kick for Hradecki. Jury out to Jensen. Now, if Finland could just keep the ball for longer than 5 seconds, they might have a chance. But I'm pretty sure Alo's offside again.
Well,
oh, he's not.
Well, they can say a big thank you to
he's gone for the shot.
That was
Schmeichel near post gets a save.
Goal at the other end. Brilliant save from the keeper.
To be fair, he did have an option in the box. I'm not sure if it would have got to. I think it was Pukki in the box. Not sure if it would have got to him. Either way, it's a Finnish corner. Hämäläinen with the corner.
And over comes the corner. The end
towards Jensen. Headed away by Kjær. Kamara now for Finland. I know it's not going to matter now, but they need to get something in this match. And Kamara's just rouletted into a Danish player, and now they're going to break away again. Dahlberg to Vass. Out to Poulsen. I'm not good at defending, but I'm better at defending than this.
Well, pass after pass, maybe they can chisel an
It's going
opportunity.
to be 7. Poulsen. Blocked by O'Shaughnessy. And away.
Can they do something
and it could be a counter-attack here for Finland. If you can get it through to Poyanpalo. Over to Pukki. Oh, he slowed down too much, and they're going to get back now, Alo.
And that's a long way
yes,
from the cross
there's the ball to Hämäläinen though.
Well,
it's fallen to him. Still could happen. Oh, okay, what is that? Kjær back to Schmeichel, and Denmark will get away with it again. I don't mind doing these predictions, but sometimes it's just one-sided, and I get that it's going to be one-sided. But I'm hoping, like, if I do like a France or Germany game or a Germany-Portugal game, I hope it's just not going to be as one-sided as it is with these kind of games. Like Wales and Switzerland was ridiculously one-sided. I think that's going to be more of an equal game. You'll see that one on the channel already.
Well, that is a defender's job to
Turkey and Italy was just mental.
Counter-attacking, very much an option.
That was before I put the goalkeeper sliders on though, so Turkey now.
Failed to keep hold of it.
Can't keep it, and now Denmark on the run again.
What can they do from here? And possession given
Kamara.
away.
For Finland after Vasanen. I think his name is Vasanen. I could be wrong. Intercepts it. Jury now out to Hämäläinen. It's not going to make it to him. It's going to go to Poulsen instead. And Denmark could be going again.
And a good-looking ball.
The Finnish defence are all over the joint.
Can he make it count? Able
the
to
ball is
clear the
awful,
danger,
although Shaughnessy can get it away
now.
for a corner. Taking their time here. They're going to go short. It's Braithwaite on the corner this time, so they've gone shot to Jensen, who has kept the ball, given it back to Braithwaite. Out to Vass.
Has plenty of know-how in the ball shielding department.
Jensen.
Oh, a
Dahlberg.
tremendous block.
Blocked there. It was a shot off balance anyway, so I don't think it was going to make it anywhere realistically, but it's blocked regardless. Out to Alo, who's in a bit of space now. Can he keep it in? He can.
Kamara.
It's a bit of an awkward bounce, but fair play to Alo for keeping it in. Kamara into Team Puki. Nope, Christensen reads it. And we go again for Denmark. Delaney now for the Danes.
Dahlberg.
Dahlberg to Nordgaard.
Position, you've got to say.
Poulsen. Where is Hrdecki going? Back in his net.
Delaney.
Yusuf Poulsen out to Delaney, into Dahlberg. There's no marking going on whatsoever. Braithwaite has slammed that in for a 7th. What is going on? Maybe I'll put the defensive sliders all the way up as well.
Well, he's gone for pure power, and why not when you've got a rocket in your boot? What a strike.
That is powerful, and how
Slightly different vantage point in
has
terms of
this
the
man
goal
not
that
been
was
marked?
scored.
Why is nobody marking Braithwaite? Look at what is that defender doing? I'm just gonna, like, if I do, I'm trying to do as many sliders as I can, where the defense is better and there's less goals. I've put goalkeeper ability up. I've changed the defensive
It's
sliders a wee
massive
bit,
lead,
and it's
very
still
hard to imagine
7-1.
them losing it now.
What can I do? At one point, it's going to get to about the 5th or 6th game. I'm just going to have to accept they're going to be high score lines regardless. Alo. I know Denmark are better than Finland. No offense to the Finnish fans,
Good ball
but
to switch the
it
play.
shouldn't be 7-1.
Oh, great vision.
O'Shaughnessy. Tamerline into
Fredrik
Schuler.
Jensen.
Jensen. Especially to say
Moving the
that
ball
Finland could have been
effectively.
2-1 up early on. Team Puki.
Getting forward. And it's played into the centre.
Knocked into
Well,
Payan Palo,
that's
but
clear.
Kayer gets it away. I told you it wouldn't end 4-1. It probably won't even end 7-1. Arajuri to Schuler. To Jensen now.
Strong
10 minutes
play
remaining
here
on the clock
the
here.
shielding front. It looks promising. Clean challenge.
Schuler's always made it through, but Kayer gets it back to Schmeichel, and Denmark will probably get it clear again here.
Christian
Again,
Nørgaard.
Hrdecki's had a decent game. He's just,
10
just
minutes left for
the
play
defense
in
has
this
been
match.
wank.
Well, no stopping him.
There's no marking going on
How about the
whatsoever.
cross?
Braithwaite now
Mele.
to Mela.
Now Thomas Delaney.
Delaney.
And putting his body on the line.
Blocked by O'Shaughnessy from Norgard. It could have been 8.
For Jan Palo.
Like, you may see these scorelines sometimes, but it shouldn't be every game.
Good idea, that particular
Puki's
move,
just giving it
but
away.
not to be.
And Denmark have the ball again.
Daniel Vass. Jensen.
Vass to Jensen.
Dahlberg
Dahlberg.
has it. Strength
Delaney
and
back to
control,
Dahlberg.
a big part of his game.
Delaney. Jensen.
It might be on for them.
Will it be 8 for Denmark?
Vass.
Vass.
That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him.
Poulsen.
Vass.
There's just no mark, like, there's no real defence going on here from Finland. Schuler gets a tackle in, but Vass
Here's
keeps the
Nørgaard.
possession. Norgard.
Surely. Beautifully struck.
I thought I was going to be 8. I thought that was going to be 8. That was a mad
He's 3
shot.
inches away from scoring.
Dahlberg had to jump over it. And it wasn't even, oh my days. Off the post and wide. I'm just going to put all the defensive sliders up for the next game and see if they make a difference. Every game something changes. Alo coming off now for Finland. The final substitution for Finland, I believe now. I didn't see who was coming on. I didn't come up with the name. So we'll see on the top left here. It's Granlund. Or Granlund. I don't know how you pronounce it. Granlund.
Himalainen.
Hamalainen. It doesn't really matter. They're 7-1 down. It's not going to make a difference.
Christensen. Now Thomas Delaney.
Jensen to
Kasper
Dahlberg.
Dahlberg.
Jensen to Dahlberg
Oh,
again.
nice ball.
Every
Daniel
game
Vass.
so far has been high scoring.
Here's Nurgard.
I'm just wondering what... I guess I could change the half lengths, but
He's very adept at
that's pretty much it.
protecting the
If I
ball.
put all defensive settings on and the
Dangerous
half lengths are
ball.
still 20 minutes and there's still a lot of goals, I just have to accept that there's going to be mad scorelines the whole tournament.
And intercepted
I suppose
it.
that's half the fun, isn't it? It's only a video
Bodies
game.
forward and the break looks on.
It's not like it's going to reflect real life. There's not going to be 7-1s and 8-2s and 5-3s all over the place, is there?
Granlund.
Granlund now for
Played
Finland.
into the centre.
I think
We saw the
realistically,
situation developing.
I don't really know what the plan is. Denmark have been all over Finland like a bad
Kasper
rash.
Dolberg. Here's Nurgard.
And Finland, Hradeki's been able to deal with the majority of it, but when it goes past the defence and Hradeki's got no chance, it's just kind of over, isn't it?
Teemu Pukki.
Mara onto Pukki. I guess Finland will probably be the highlight of the game for them, but he scored 1 and that's it.
Kamara.
And to be fair, there's no chance he's scoring
Difficult
6
to
in
stop
2
him.
minutes. Plus whatever added time we get. We're nearly at the end now.
Now he
Of
must
Finland's
favour the
misery.
cross. But nothing
Granlund, I
to
don't know
worry
where you're
about.
going, mate. Blocked anyway, now
Well, let's see what
briefly.
they have
Oh,
in
it's going to
store
be
for
8,
them
isn't
on
it?
the
There's
break.
going to be an 8th for the end of the game. Jensen, there's all the space in the world out there for Olsen, but now he's marked.
Now
and
Thomas Delaney.
Denmark didn't do it quick enough.
Martin
Delaney to
Braithwaite.
Braithwaite.
Mele.
Out to Mela. Granlund just try to push him back, try to prevent
Might
an
be onto
8th.
something with that ball.
And is it going to stay in from Delaney? No. It's a bit mad how every score is just really high every time. But it doesn't matter, it's more funny, I guess. Hradecky towards Teemu Pukki.
Well, this is far from over.
5
We're gonna
minutes
have
of
5
added
minutes
time.
of stoppage time.
Which means you could probably see 2 more Danish goals.
Mele. Braithwaite
Out to
has
Braithwaite.
it. Good physical play. But he dealt
Enough.
with that
Oh,
ball played
Dolberg's
in rather
getting
well.
intercepted from Mela there, I believe. Kamara loses the ball out.
What can they do from here?
He's actually going to be an 8th.
Oh, good defending to
Oh,
stop
no,
a
there's not.
decent
There's
looking
nothing
attack.
on that shot. Hradecky could deal with that all day.
Kamara.
Kamara to Vasanen.
It's with Jensen.
Into Jensen.
Schüller.
Schuller. It's not like Finland have probably lost all the morale. And to be fair, defensively it's their own fault.
Kasper Dolberg. Delaney. In possession, Yusuf Poulsen.
Vass
Poulsen.
to Poulsen.
Jensen.
Jensen. It's going to be an 8th. Yeah, Dolberg's making his way
And a
through.
goal! He's doubled his total.
The
for
marking is
day.
awful.
It's superb scoring form.
The marking is just diabolical. There is no
As we can
defence.
see,
There
right
might as
place
well
at
be
the
no
right
defence.
time. Striker's instinct is to be
Finland
there
have
and
been torn
thereabouts.
apart.
Keeper has no chance.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we?
I don't really know what to tell you. It's over. Dolberg makes it 8, just like I knew he would.
Schüller.
And I
Kamara. Good strength to keep the ball.
just don't think there's a way that I can actually get it. So there's going to be
Granlund.
less
Space
goals.
afforded
I think
him.
it's just going to have to be a mad score in every game. 8-1 to Denmark. Just for the record, that's probably not going to be the score.
Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball.
But full time's about to come up here, and yep, it's a bit of a whitewash, really.
Well, it must be a dream.
There's not been any hat tricks this game, so you'll see the scorers.
For fun and have a lovely attacking style about them. Clinical finishing today as well.
Or will we see the scores? I don't know. Dahlberg got 2. 6 total attempts. He was on as a sub as well.
He never gave that back line a chance to get a breath. 2 goals for the lad today.
Bloody hell. If he had to, I want to see the stats.
Sharp, constantly playing on the shoulder of the last defender.
Poulsen, Wind with 2, Jensen, Braithwaite with 2, and Dahlberg with 2. Pukki getting the just 1 for Finland. I'm not gonna lie, this is not, I don't know, not very fair. But I don't really sort it out to less score, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's more fun to watch more goals, I suppose. Oh, Jesus Christ. 28 shots with 21 on target for Denmark, 56% possession. Were they all in the 18-yard box? All of the shots on target for Denmark were the 18-yard box. 6 shots forward target for Finland, 56% possession for Denmark, 44% for Finland, and yeah, it's a bit one-sided. Let's take a look at the ratings here. Delaney, I think he's going to be man of the match with a 10. He didn't even score, and he only got 1 assist. But the amount of passes and the amount of dribbles, that's kind of mad. Alright, so who else has got high rated? Dahlberg 9.1, Braithwaite 9.1, Wind 9.2. Is there anyone below 8? Schmeichel, Mæhle, Kjaer, Vass, and Poulsen, and Norgard. Everyone else is above an 8, so it's about half and half. Goals came from Wind with 2, Braithwaite with 2, Dahlberg with 2, Poulsen with 1, Jensen with 1. As for assists, Jensen 2 assists, Dahlberg 1 assist, Delaney 1 assist, Wind 2 assists as well, and Eriksson with an assist. So let's look at Finland. Man of the match for them, of course, was Teemu Pukki, although Hrdecki could make a case for it. He made quite a few saves. It could have been a lot more than 8, realistically. But 7.9 for Pukki gets him man of the match for Finland. Goal came from Pukki, obviously, and assist didn't come from anyone because it was a kind of a rebound off a defender. So there was no assists in the Finland side. But anyway, that is going to end another simulation of the Euro 2020 tournament. I don't really know how to get it so it's going to be a smaller scoreline, but I'll try and figure out some sliders maybe, and we'll just keep trying different sliders until it gets to a more realistic scoreline. And if it doesn't ever do that, we'll just play it as it plays out. It doesn't really matter too much. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Euro 2020 predictions. I'll see you next time for Belgium versus Russia.